Uh, just a second. Just need all of this. Oh wow, the squeaking stopped. Oh. Ah. Oh, well that's good. Oh. Ah. Ah. Whew. Well, I just finished exercising. Then I put oil on my squeaky bathroom door. And I'm really hot right now because it's freaking crazy hot in New York City. So that's why I have the camera off, because I have my shirt off. And you gotta be kidding me. I felt like freaking mid-90s. Yeah, I have the AC on, so just no camera from me today. Also, I'm just like pretty exhausted too. I mean, it's just because it's like hotter, I'm getting more winded. because of the temperature. So I don't know if Greg put out the video yet, but I'll check in a second. Let's see, Feds, Ferengi, Klingon. So I need Ramis. Oh, it's actually already available. So yeah. I really don't want to be using up all my science ships like this. I guess I could. Oops. Guess I could just use one of these, I guess. That'll work. So, yeah, just, I started playing an old game I used to play called Pixel Starships. It seems like they might have fixed the overbalance of that, overpowered balance of teleporters in that game, so maybe it's worth playing again. Alright, so I gotta refresh this, and then I gotta tweet, and then for some reason Nick deleted all his shit on his Twitter, so I don't know, maybe he got threatened or something. They were gonna ban his account or some shit, so he deleted it all. Live now, market's somewhat flat to the downside, boring day. Let's see. You know, if you're gonna back down from like the Arizona recount shit and then all this other stuff, it's just like, what the hell, man? Or maybe they're just all paid off or something. I'm just so sick and tired of it. Okay. System hates white people. Yeah. And of course the boomers are still like in that whole Israel first shit. They're so sick and tired of it. But yeah, pretty much once the boomer generation dies off, then you know, pretty much everything will change. I mean, they're already dying off, but not quite enough in a way that's going to, you know, completely change everything yet, but it will change. Because I didn't actually know about Donald Trump FUD, where he's calling Bitcoin a scam. And that seems to be dragging a little bit on the markets. Well, actually, now it's dragging more on the markets. That or the inflation bullshit. But right now, everyone is just kind of selling off and going into the dollar, even though the dollar has crashed. So it really, none of us really just makes any sense. Yeah, everyone's paid to Colonial Pipeline hackers. Really? They were able to get back the Bitcoin from the Colonial Pipeline shit. I don't know. It just sounds like a fucking psyop to me. It was just set up by the fucking CIA, and now they just recover their own money. Inflation is skyrocketing. Oh, so good. Because I'm actually really tired. Like, physically tired. So I kind of want to just keep today short. I did Bitcoin Clown today as well. Yeah, it has very little views, so this is the new video. So let me just see if our little friend here finally flew away. No, he didn't. He's still stuck here? Gary AM update.
Liberty and Guardian both delivered food to Glory this morning. The first to arrive was a fish. Many had speculated as to whether Glory would mantle the food even though alone in the nest. The answer to that question was a definite yes.
Huh? Is he not eating it?
A great egret. Glory was a juvenile great egret. Glory ate some, but was primarily interested in that first fish. Glory later picked over the egret. The last prey to arrive in the nest with Glory was another fish. Interested in that first fish. Glory later picked over the egret. The juvenile great egret. The next prey to arrive was a juvenile great egret. Glory ate some, but was primarily interested in that first fish. Feedings of Honor and Rebel have not been witnessed. but can be reasonably presumed. We thank Terry for relay of ground observation.
Oh, okay. So he's still, I mean, he's like a few days older, so he'll probably fly somewhere. Actually, he should be flying around any day now, either today or tomorrow or something. Huh. All right, well, I guess we'll keep this down here. So, let's just see. I mean, today, I did Bitcoin Clown World today. It was just flat. Yeah, I mean, bonds sold off a little bit. The dollar's down somewhat, a decent amount. Markets are flat to the downside. Crypto's down. Oil's down. It's just more consolidation, a little more fear, and then just more, just everyone's just selling off because they don't know what to do. And I don't know why people are confused or fearful or whatever. Well, it's just getting annoying, and quite frankly, I'm also getting annoyed with Trump because he just keeps saying a lot of like weird, stupid shit. And like, if you remember from his presidency, like it just doesn't amount to anything, and he's still talking shit. It's just like, I'm just so sick and tired of it. Like, just fucking do something or don't say anything at all. All right? It's just no one's gonna pay attention, or worse, they'll just take positions opposite you or just not take it seriously. I'm just so tired of it. Like, okay, so Trump calls Bitcoin a scam. Why does crypto have to sell off? Like, I mean, I thought crypto, well, actually, both liberals and conservatives are into crypto now. It's just more so liberals and conservatives. But there's just really no reason for any of this stupid shit. And that 24-hour volume, I finally remembered to mention in the Bitcoin Clown World video today, is also still pretty low. It's still 87 billion. That's unusually low. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to find out. I mean, we're just going to have to wait. Going to get much worse, inflation. So yeah, and I'm not even going to go over the prices because the prices are just a little bit lower than before. So, but Hotbit's doing all right too. I didn't actually get my interest for my new batch of Shiba. So hopefully I'll get it tomorrow because I should be getting it today. I'm going to check right after this.
Okay, my beautiful friends, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is still Monday, June 7, 2021.
Yeah, I haven't
As
gotten
usual,
it yet.
a whole bunch of stuff to talk about here. First of all, my interview today with Alex Jones did get pushed off. It looks like next week now.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to that.
Keep your eyes open for that. I do apologize for it not happening today. But
Okay, I need this fucking picture on the lower right is extremely distracting.
okay, my beautiful.
There we go.
Pushed off. It looks like next week now. Just keep your eyes open for that. I do apologize for it not happening today, but that's just the way it works from time to time. Okay, with that said, people, let's talk about this market and, frankly, how retarded it is. Quite frankly, what's going on here? I almost don't know where to start. You know, let's back up to this morning when we had Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen talking about possibly the Federal Reserve raising rates. Well, today that kind of got backed up by a couple of Fed presidents who are also floating out a narrative here. Now,
Oh, okay. So that's why. Okay, that's good. So it's actually because the market's pricing in slowly a rate increase. But because everyone was already so afraid the past couple of months, especially in May, with that stupid correction that was happening everywhere, everyone's kind of already priced it in. So that's probably why it's not as bad today. So, okay, so that makes sense now. They're pricing in a rate increase because the Feds are starting to say that. I mean, they kind of have to raise rates because the inflation really is going out of control. And now that they just passed the G7 15% tax rate increase, obviously prices are going to further skyrocket, right? Because obviously corporations are going to raise prices to compensate for the extra tax they have to pay. And that means you and me have to pay more for the same stupid crap. Like those Big Macs and Whoppers that I like to eat, well, get ready to pay at least 15% more for it now. Probably way more than that. I also got to turn on the fan. Like, I'm actually starting to sweat despite the AC being on. Now I put the wind cover over the microphone cover, so hopefully that should block out most of the fan. Yeah, it seems pretty normal.
I want to hear from you on this. So a couple of Fed presidents are coming out explaining that, hey, the Fed does need to start tapering. I have explained to you for a very long time, the Fed has no plans at all to taper anything. They're going to continue buying debt. They're going to continue buying mortgage-backed securities, keeping rates suppressed until kingdom come. That's really the truth. Now, even with that today, I want to outline something for you in the market.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Cryptos RS did his morning video today. He actually talked about the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. So I completely forgot about that. But yeah, Ethereum upgrade plus Cardano smart contracts. That should be like the next legitimate fundamental excuse for the next big leg up for Bitcoin. Whether it's this leg up now or the leg up later leading up to, well, I guess it's the same thing. It's basically the big leg up leading up until whatchamacallit, Labor Day, where I expect things to dip, because things always dip during the weekends. So that's a perfect time for a correction.
So you learn to read it. Okay, so again, Janet Yellen comes out talking about how rising rates could be happening relatively soon. Then we get a couple of Fed presidents, and we've been hearing from a few of them over the past few weeks about, well, the Fed needs to taper. Although the market today, I mean, we didn't do anything. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell a little bit, although earlier in the day, the Dow was at a new record high intraday.
Really?
So a fractional loss on the Dow, a fractional loss on the S&P 500. The NASDAQ finished higher, despite all the inflation talk. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. So the market today isn't buying it. Now, how do we know, you and I, how can we tell just by looking at one thing that the market is not buying the narrative that the Fed is going to taper anytime soon? Well, look at the Dixie, the dollar index. It fell. If the market believed in any way, shape, or form that the Fed was going to start tapering, you would see immediate dollar strength. You'd see the Dixie go up. Didn't happen. The dollar fell. So this is the market laughing again at Creature Yellen, Federal Reserve President Creatures. It's not going to happen. I don't know another way to put this. Until at least, and I'm just going to say this right now, at least 2023, more like 2025, 26, maybe. But you have to understand, and I hate to tell you what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. America is in terminal decline. And if you think, again, any of this is by accident, you don't know what's going on here. Again, what do we find out? Debts and deficits are hyper exploding. The dollar is melting down. We're not adding any jobs either. Zero. All this, you're hearing about all the job. We're not adding anything. Net, we continue to lose jobs. Okay. And again, the narrative is going to be, we're booming, we're doing fantastic. Yet you must be lied to. You understand? The mainstream media, the politicians, whatever, their job is to mislead you. Period. The end. Tell you to look here. Don't look over here. So going back to the market here. So we finished mixed today, and the dollar fell despite talk of the Fed tapering anytime soon. It's not happening. And that just, again, makes our life easy. We know what to do. Bet against the debt. It's going to keep going up. Debts and deficits exploding. Get out of the dollar. You know that. I mean, I've been talking about this for like a decade now. Get yourself in hard assets, physical gold, physical silver, cryptocurrencies. Absolutely. Cryptocurrencies did fall into some pressure today. Again, okay, whatever. Don't faze me at all. In fact, when I hear, and you're going to hear more about this, you're going to hear the mainstream media outlets trying to downplay or talk you.
That is insane. I've never seen eagles eat bones. But then again, yeah, I never actually see too many skeletons, come to think of it. Huh. I don't know, I don't see anything here. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Bald eagles eat mostly fish with a variety of coastal and freshwater seafood included in their diet. They're also known to eat other birds, especially seabirds and waterfowl. Though bald eagles are right for being impressive predators, they often scavenge dead animal matter or steal kill from other predators. Okay, so they don't actually actively hunt other birds. Sometimes they do, apparently. Especially seabirds or waterfowl. What's a waterfowl? Huh? That's a... I get it. Looks more like a duck. It's a type of bird, though. Other non-flying time on water, especially the other having a flat beak and blah blah blah. I don't know, it looks like a duck to me. I've never seen an eagle eat a... I've never seen an eagle hunt... I've never seen them eat a duck. This is actually a pretty important question. Would they actually eat your cat? I don't know. Actually, they're still there. That's the eagles poach cats. If you don't fear death from above, your cats go to heaven. I don't know where they live. Some bald eagles eat mainly fish, others some others such as gulls and geese. Mammals like grouse, lion, and yes, even though are typically uncommon item on the menu. Eagles that own the nest in haze and are not excited. They mainly been fetching fish. It's usually dead on arrival. The fact is, bald eagles don't love the taste of red meat. When presented with a choice between a rabbit, the most common mammal in the fish, and a fish, chicks and juveniles will consider abandon thumper for sashimi. What the hell is what? In fact, bald eagles seem to dislike mammalian prey so much that they won't even bother hunting. Carrion is usually their prime source of red meat. In other words, bald eagles are a little picky. But mostly they're just lazy. That's why they tend to hang around garbage dumps. A great place to take your friends birding. So that's really something like that bird. Anything they don't have to chase. Fish, birds, everything else including Mr. Whiskers. Yeah, I imagine if a bald eagle is actually very hungry, they'll probably hunt like your cat. Because one thing I was thinking about is if I have a baby and I even leave him out for just like 5 seconds, is he gonna get killed by like a fucking eagle? That would be one thing I'd worry about. Okay.
Out of holding cryptocurrencies, banks are going to do,
Wait.
and you're going to hear more about this.
Turn this off.
You're going to hear the mainstream media outlets trying to downplay or talk you out of holding cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
Banks are going to do the same thing.
Yeah,
you're going to hear
fucking
politicians
Trump
talking about it
inadvertently
again.
did
When
that
you
too.
hear that kind of talk to me, I don't know, it makes me more bullish. The more negative the news is, the more negative people get about a particular asset, the more likely I'm going to take the opposite side of that trade.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's a philosophy that has worked.
Yeah, the reason why that works is because if everyone's poo-pooing on it, A, you have to understand that they're probably lying, right, to artificially suppress the price of something. And number two, because everyone's poo-pooing on it, there's enough idiots out there, normies, papagos, and whatevers, or maybe even you, if you're dumb enough to believe them, you're actually just not going to put your money into it. So what that means is all that potential energy, aka potential money, isn't going into the asset. That's why when everyone's saying, oh, this is the greatest thing in the world, everyone needs to buy it, blah, 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 and literally everyone and their mother, are talking about it. That's when you're like, okay, there's no more money left to pump this up because everyone's already put their money in, because that's why everyone's praising it. And then it crashes. So that's what happens. So just do the opposite of the crowd. But of course, easier said than done. It just comes with experience. Luckily, you're watching me, so you already get that experience.
So, gold and silver today did put on, I don't want to say great gains, but they did gain. Crude oil fell under a little bit of pressure here, people, but I'm talking about a little. Crude oil is going much higher. It's going to pull the stock market with it, and you all know that. The grand theft of the middle class, whatever's left of it, is just getting started, in my opinion, although they've been getting robbed blind. since quantitative easing won. It's not going to stop. So, again, I wrote down a few things I want to cover here with you. And I want to push this point home real quick. And I want to push it hard. We today are in a full-blown currency crisis. Okay, it's a full-blown currency crisis that's going to get much worse. Not by accident. Again, think about it. Turn on any of the mainstream outlets, people. Just do it to laugh. You're going to hear all this talk about inflation. You're going to hear the distractions. Oh, it's energy. Oh, it's supply chain. No, it is the Fed. It's the Federal Reserve. Okay, they're running their inflation machine at full speed, and they're not going to stop anytime soon. So we have an engineered currency crisis. So you tell me, you want to stay in the dollar or you want to be in dollar alternatives? Okay, you understand? Bet against the debt, become your own central bank, period, the end. Also, get on the long end of the stock market. Stock market's going higher. Period, the end. I already covered this. Debts and deficits are hyper exploding. America is in terminal decline. Terminal decline. The whole world is in terminal decline, engineered by central banks who are taking over. They are taking over the world. The world is being run by the banks. Period, the end here. I already explained to you that you're going to hear, and listen for this, because you're going to hear it. It already started. The media outlets trying to tell you, oh, you shouldn't be in crypto. Oh, you shouldn't be in cryptocurrencies. Okay, but they're not going to tell you maybe you should be in physical gold or silver because they don't want you in that either. You understand? You see the game? The game is you need to be in the dollar or a central bank issued note. This is how they control you. You're going to hear more talk from members.
Oh, that's the other thing too. Trump's like, yeah, we want the dollar, we want a strong dollar, and we want that to be a reserve currency of the world. And I just can't help but laugh because he's playing right into exactly what the tribe wants, just so they can fuck him and really everyone else over. It's a real shame, to be honest, but what are you gonna do?
Members of Congress, our representatives, who are going to tell you that we need the Fed to issue a digital dollar so we can compete with China.
Yeah,
I mean, you're going to hear everything but the truth. And I think you all know that.
I'll bring that back if Nick starts tweeting again.
It's so sick. It's really bizarre. But again, look, the fact of the matter is, you and I have been on the right side of this. We will remain there. And it's just so simple. We know where the lies are, the distractions. We know where they're going to come from. We know what they're going to say. And most people are going to buy it, not you, because you're smart enough to understand the game. All of this is a game. It's a very dangerous game. Some people, and I'm hoping that's going to be you, are going to win here on a massive scale. Most people are going down. They're going to fall through the cracks to the lower rung of this new society, this new...
Yeah, and wait until this starts becoming more mainstream. Let me see. Yeah, right. McDonald's has their first fully automated McDonald's. But yeah, keep pushing for that $15 to $30 an hour minimum wage. Yeah, that's gonna go really effing well. Actually, we'll probably end it on this article. I do want to read it because I just tweeted it out, but I didn't do anything. Also, I want to watch them eat
feudal
more.
System that is in our face right now. You understand? I've been explaining this to you for a very, very long time, and I really hope I've gotten through to you. All right. So, in summary, real quick, taper talk, laugh. When you hear a Federal Reserve president or a mainstream media outlet trying to convince you that the Fed is going to taper anytime soon or whatever, just literally do what I do. Either laugh or call the news organization and just laugh into the phone. Don't even say anything, just laugh, because it ain't going to happen. The Fed is not done. They are fulfilling their end game, their destiny to own it all. And in order to do that, they have to, again, foster and make this currency crisis much, much worse. We're not going to see anything until the currency crisis gets much, much worse. And then the Fed's going to offer their solution. It's always the same thing. Problem, reaction, solution. So that's how it's going to work out. So just
Yeah, and that's what they did with the scamdemic, right? Create the problem, lock everything down, then present a solution, right? Except the Democrats took point on that. I hate this so much.
be prepared for it. I know you are prepared for it. Continue to do what you've been doing if you've been following this blog for X amount of time because you're on the right side of it. You are on the right side. All right, people, with that said, nothing else for me to say here today. Please share the video. Please get it out there. I'll see all of you tomorrow. I'm out of here.
I wonder, don't the eagles ever want to like clear out all these like fish scales? Like it kind of messes up the nest. Or I guess they consider it like extra flooring for their house. Okay. All right. Fast food's biggest player laying the robots right in through the front door. Let's go to a recent Wall Street conference cause testing automated voice ordering for its drive-thru. The tests are being conducted at 10 locations at McDonald's in the backyard of Chicago, Illinois. We have over the last several years spent a lot of money that shows up in the whatever that means, looking at 2 better ways to automate the kitchen. And this is could what? Okay. We can do this with automated fryers. You could do it with automated grills. I mean, let's push down on how far you can go with automation. McDonald's isn't the only one welcoming the Skynet people. Here are 4 other big fast food chains also testing automation. Domino's Pizza, self-driving delivery company Nuro. Domino's has been promoting Nuro test aggressively in its latest round of TV advertising. Yeah, but I don't like Domino's. I like Pizza Hut better, even though it's way more greasy. Taco Bell is also doing automation. There's piracy. Taking off all the touch screens and food drinks in the images above. Oh, so everything there is automated. There will likely be minimal interaction with an employee as they're in the back making the food, not taking orders. So they still need humans to make the food. But don't worry, it'll be replaced soon enough. I have this itch that's just so hard to scratch. Chick-fil-A seems to be doing the same thing too. They're doing autonomous delivery alongside Domino's and Chipotle. I didn't even know Chipotle is doing it. Okay, so they're testing a robot thing. So it takes 30 minutes to automate the delivery and it costs $2 extra. I'm really starting to hate the rainbow colors so much. White Castle was among the first in the fast food area to begin testing robots. Yeah, probably because they got sick and tired of dangerous minorities constantly like punching people in their restaurants. So they kind of just like, you know what, let's not expose our employees to this. Otherwise we're going to get a lawsuit. Miso Republic, Miso Robotics to 10 locations, blah, 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 blah. So TechCrunch is actually owned by Yahoo, which is essentially owned by Microsoft. I did not know that. Which is funny because TechCrunch is actually a pretty good site, and Yahoo is usually not. Okay. Oh yeah, so when I did the video today for Bitcoin Clown World, I actually found, long story short, I actually found and calculated that if we go by 2017's increase, because this right now we're still in the correction phase and accumulation phase. Well, Bitcoin's basically behind by at least like, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks. It was a 66% increase in Bitcoin from an all-time high. So if you apply 66% increase in Bitcoin right now from this high, that comes out to around $105,000 per Bitcoin. So somewhere around 100 grand, I'm probably going to sell off my options. And I'll probably also cash out my Filecoin for spending cash, and then I'm going to do my straddle strategy. And then, of course, I'll have to explain the ups and downs of straddles so we can all ride it properly. But the rate things are going, I probably don't have to worry about it for a while because it's still slow and annoying, and there's all this FUD, there's all this media pressure against, and institutional pressure against cryptocurrencies, meaning, you know, they're just poo-pooing on crypto while buying it. It's like, you know, I mean, basically our SEC is like completely worthless. Like the people are just like violating it, and you know, but Whatever. But at least everyone's turned on Elon Musk, so. And the fact that I saw stupid idiot Twitter was firing up the "We Love Elon Musk" box. Yeah. It's just like, I'm just so sick and tired of it, right? It's like the Chinese meme. It's all so tiresome, man. It really is. Alright, so I need to relax. I'm still pretty tired physically, so I'm gonna go. Okay, I think that's about it. And Jeff Bezos is going to space on Blue Origin's first crewed rocket ship. Are you serious? You know, I hate to say this, but how many people are going to wish that the thing goes badly and then Jeff Bezos dies in the thing? Jeff Bezos, along with his brother Mark, will fly to space in the first crewed flight of the New Shepard, the rocket ship made by Blue Origin. The flight is scheduled for July 20th. Holy shit. I mean, I'm still going to watch it, but I don't know, man. Oh, that's right. There's a new terms of service in fucking retarded Twitter, so I can't even say, you know, how many people would wish for his untimely demise. You know, if something were to happen to the ship, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea for Jeff. That's pretty insane, even for Jeff Bezos. Doesn't he want to maybe have someone else test the rockets ships first? Alright, I'm actually gonna... See, I have to be nice so I don't get banned by fucking Twitter. Maybe that's the reason why Nick had to delete all his tweets and shit. Because he probably might have said something about... He probably said something like, because the new Twitter policy is you can't hope or wish for someone's untimely demise. So I'm pretty sure, well, I didn't say anything like that, but I'm pretty sure other people have. You know, it's a very common thing, so. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Okay. Alright, well that's it. Yeah, but the Amber Alert was going crazy, so. Alright, so I mean, that's pretty much it. We just gotta wait on, you know, because Bitcoin and crypto still want to take a nap. It's unusually low at 34K, so, like, this whole thing is just stupid and G-word and just annoying, so. Whatever, we're just gonna have to wait it out. I mean, I'm still hoping that this week will be pretty good for crypto, but I mean, Bitcoin and everything else wants to keep going down for no good reason. I mean, there's not much we can do about it. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, and hopefully I'll be more rested up and relaxed. Because I'm not gonna do any programming today either. So I'll be 3 days of me taking a break from coding. Because I'm just like tired. In fact, I really don't want to eat though. It's 5:20 days. It's a little early to be eating. I'll think about it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow, and well, I mean, it's just more waiting and waiting and waiting, but that's just how it goes. It'll all be worth it in the end, though. But hopefully, it comes soon.